Don't know if this will be a Melody Festival. I'm just gonna start over. The BBC has announced that it will stage a national selection in which the public will have a voice in choosing the Eurovision 2016 act. We don't know if this will be a Melody Festival style selection or a smaller selection on the scale of Irish Eurosong, or maybe just an online televote with some videos from YouTube. We don't know, but we do know that the public will have a voice. Porig, is this necessarily a good thing?
I don't know, because we've very little information, because basically the press release was a whole load of hot air saying, oh, it's going to do this and it's going to do that, without saying exactly what it was going to do at all. So Guy Freeman, as long as he's at the top, I wouldn't be too hopeful of a Melody Festival style selection, because last year he promised us the world and we got Electro Velvet. I don't think there's the desire or the funds within the BBC to go all out. So that scraps a big, massive national selection. Then I don't think we'll get a superstar either, because they're letting everybody enter. And is Adele going to enter her latest single along with Jimmy from down the road? I don't think so.
It was kind of an obscure announcement from BBC. I mean, they're saying, yes, we're going to prepare a national selection where the public, where the audience will have a say, but how? I mean, it's going to be like, well, you said it wouldn't be like Melody Festival, in which I think it will not be at all. I don't know if it's going to be a single show where there are like 5 contestants who has been picked up from a lot of them by some sort of jurors. I don't know. I have no idea, but I would like to see the UK back on tracks. Something that we haven't seen since like 2009 with JD one.
So on the I can't talk this morning. On the plus side, the British Academy of Songwriters, Composers and Authors, BASCA, will be fielding some songs, and they of course were in charge of songs in the 80s and 90s when the UK actually did quite well. So that's, that's a good thing. They've also enlisted the help of Hugh Goldsmith. Now he's a music consultant who worked with the likes of Blue back in 2011, and with Atomic Kitten, I believe, or was it Girls Aloud?
Atomic Kitten.
Atomic.
He didn't get near anyone of Girls Aloud's class.
Well, there you go, Porig. So hopefully, the theory is he can draw some big names. Of course, the names he worked with were big several years ago, so it's unclear how relevant they will be for today. Ultimately, I think that a lot of this is about shortlisting. If you look back in 2010, Josh Dubovi, okay, he's a little cheesy, but he does have a good voice. The fact is, he had to sing a bad song because they had commissioned Pete Waterman to write the tune, and it was a bad tune. It sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Didn't sound good to anybody. And so he came at or near the bottom. So I think the shortlisting is really, really going to be important. And I'd be curious to know who is on their panel. They talk about a panel rather than a jury, which suggests they're going to hand pluck, a few bureaucrats from the BBC. And as we know from recent years, that doesn't work.
Like, BASCA's involvement is a big plus, I think, because they've got members like Kathy Dennis and Paul Epworth, and they've written for Florence and Britney Spears and Adele. But then there's other aspects, like Hugh Goldsmith. I'm not too pushed about him. He's may as well be Stockman or whatever, Pete or Waterman, like from 2010, because it's been a while since he's been in the music mix. Then OGAE UK are going to have a say. I don't know what their taste in music is like, what their demographic is like. They might pick something a bit dated, possibly. And then even after they've all these songs picked, how are they going to choose them?
Yes, I think we should remind them that it's 2016 already. I mean, keep that in mind, that it's not the 90s or the noughties anymore. I mean, focus on that. And even if you have a short list of big names, you just have to come up with the right song. I mean, you can't send like Bonnie Tyler and give her a bland song. I mean, I like her. I like Bonnie Tyler. I like from her career, her massive hits, but come on, you cannot give me that, UK.
Can I tell you my fantasy? My fantasy is that BASCA writes a song, but they can't find the talent to sing it. So they say, ooh, Eurovision is in Sweden. Let's send a Brit or a Swede with British connections to Sweden. They call up Sarah Dawn Finer. She's got a British parent. She's Swedish. They send her. She wins. That
You're
is
up
my
to it.
fantasy. But I don't think it's gonna happen.